Welcome to the Wreath Shop. If you are new to my page, I'm Julie Samako with Southern Charm Wreaths, where we make beautiful wreaths and teach you how to make and sell them. I'm in my wreath shop today, which technically is my garage. I run my business out of my home. And today I want to do a quick little tutorial showing you how to do a Halloween swag. I haven't made one of these yet, so I was just interested in learning, and I thought, you know what, I'll just come on here live and try to figure it out with you watching me, and I'll try to explain my process and my thinking to you. Alright, so we're going to get started. I've got all this ribbon, and I'll zoom in a little bit when we get going, but I wanted to tell you some of the supplies that I'm going to use. I've got this evergreen teardrop swag. It's a 24-inch, and there are 60 tips on it. Now this is a more professional teardrop swag, so but you can see how long these the pine is. It's pretty long. So hopefully it won't be too long with this project. Any teardrop swag you can find will work. You can find these usually at Michael's and Hobby Lobby and anywhere where there's pottery in the name of the company. You can pretty much find these anywhere starting now. So it's funny because even though these were made for Christmas, I like to stock up because I can use them for Easter, Halloween, you know, spring. They can be used all year round. And then I've got lots of ribbon, and I've got my styrofoam pumpkin that's glittered. This came from wholesale. I was going to put that in there, and I've got some glue, wire cutters, scissors. I've got my florist wire. I've got my water because it's going to get hot here in the garage. And I've got a lot of floral picks that I'll pull out when we get to that point because I don't want to crowd my space. I need some room. The first thing I want to do is the bow. I've chose this black and white, which to me is just screams Halloween, doesn't it? Black and white check. And then I've got this beautiful black and white, not black and white, but black. It's orange, purple, and lime green chevron. So that's really pretty, and it's got a little bit of a shimmer to it. And then I've got this glittered, is it glitter? It's definitely glitter. I see it all over my hands now. Wired ribbon. So this is 1.5 inch, and this is 2 inch. And then I love this too. Alright, and I'm going to teach you a little bit about my color thinking here. So this will be my focal point, and it's lime green. So then I liked this lime green. I thought that looked really pretty with it. So this is the exact process I talk about in my Wreath Making of the Month Club. How to choose color, what my reasoning is for choosing the color for the focal point, okay? So we've got the lime green on this ribbon, so I liked it, but it also has the black, the purple, and the orange. So then I'm liking, that's why I chose this chevron print to go with it. You can see that they both coordinate very well together. I'm going to go ahead and scroll in just to tighten up that shot just a little bit so maybe you can see a little bit better. But this is the reasoning behind the color selection. So we've got the orange, the purple, the lime green in the same ribbon, the colors, and we've got the solid orange, and then I just like throwing in the black and white, and then I've got the purple. So I'm thinking all of this together, we should make a really pretty, funky bow. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I usually just put it over here, and I lift it up in my hands, and put it down. I'm just making a loop, and I'm wanting to see how far out these loops will come. So once I like that, then I have to determine how far of a tail do I want. Alright, so we've got that. So let me measure this out for you because everybody's going to say, how long is it? Alright, so the first tail is 16. I'm just going to do all the tails 16 inches. So we got 16 inches, and then the bow loop is 17 inches. Let me just put that on there and double check. That's what I want. Yep, okay. So then, how far out do we want? This right here, and this is going to be 13 inches. All right, so let me repeat that. We're making the bow. This is the first loop. We've got a 16-inch tail, and then we've got an 18-inch loop, and then a 13-inch. What does that add up to, you guys? So that will be a yard and 12 inches. All right. So then what I want to do is just loop it together. Just like that. I think I might put it in my bow. I'm gonna use this bow holder just to hold the loops together. Can you see? Make sure you can see. All right, so that's that, and now I'm going to do the next ribbon. So what I say, 16, pinch it, and then what I say, 18. This one's not going to be as cooperative. It's going to start to twist on me. And then I'm going to measure out the tail. Now you could put this, you could hold all of this in your hand if you want, but I'm just showing you they've got all these little nifty tools to help you hold it. You could use a chip clip if you needed to. Alright, so let's do the 16 inches. And this is going to be the 17 inches. If you are interested in learning how to make bows, I have a free video for you. It teaches you 9 different ways to make a bow. And this is one of them. This is called my funky bow, but I'm mixing it up just a little bit today. I created this bow, when I had a lot of extra scraps laying around. Alright, so I think that's it. That's all the ribbon. Yep. And you know what? I don't even think I'm going to use a florist wire. I think I'm just going to use the pine needles to twist it in there. Just make sure that you guys can see it okay. I'm just going to use the 2 pine needles right here that are already on here, and I'm just going to twist those in like 2 times. I'm going to fluff the bow just a little bit. We want to move these bow loops, around, spread them out just a tad. Remember, I'm going for the whimsical, whimsical look. Doesn't have to be perfect. So I'm going to do the longer tails on the right. I'm going to do some of the shorter tails on the shorter tails on the right, and the longer tails are on the left. And so what you could do now is just dovetail the ends. So I'm going to fold this in half and then cut it on an angle. So this one, I'm not sure. I don't think I'm going to cut this one. I think I want to roll these. I'm going to roll the 1.5 inches. I think I'll roll this one too. So you can see I'm going to start rolling the 1.5 inch ribbon just in my fingers. I'm going to go ahead and roll this one. Alright, so here I'm not going to put the ribbon away right yet because I'm probably going to still use it for the bottom. But the next thing I want to do is position my centerpiece. So this is going to be, I'm going to put this over here on the side. I'm thinking right here. Let me just tilt it up a little bit and see how I want it. So, you know, I think I'm going to put it right here, and I can cut those ribbons a little bit more. In fact, I could also put them underneath a tinsel. So I just took this tinsel right here and laid them on top of these ribbons that are flowing out, and that will keep them out of this area right here. All right, so let me think about for a second how I'm going to attach this. I think I do want it a little off center. At first I was thinking I would put it dead in the center, but now I think I want to move it a little bit off center. All right, and then to do that, I'm just going to attach a pipe cleaner. Let's see if I have any green pipe cleaner. I think I have one. I've got a couple. All right, so I'm going to put a pick. Now, if you don't have a pick machine, what you could do is use an one of these ice picks and put a little hole in there, and then you could put some hot glue and stick your pipe cleaner in that way and let it cool off. But I think I'm just going to go ahead and put a pick on it using my steel pick machine. And then I'm going to put some glue on it. I'm going to lay it up here to see where I want this pick to go, right through here. And I'm putting it in at an angle so that it doesn't pierce the front. And I'm going to do one on the bottom. I like to secure in a couple of places, especially if I'm shipping something, because it gets slammed around. Plus, when it's on your door, you got those teenage kids like I do, maybe slamming all the doors around the house, or maybe it's your husband when he's mad at you. Oh wait, that doesn't happen at our house ever. Never. If you start to go through the front, you could just back it out a little bit. I think I'm going to take this one out and do it more at an angle. There. All right. It won't take long to dry because I'm using the glue pan today. All right, so let me get some of this out of the way. All right, so let's see if I can turn it to where you can see. I'm going to just attach it right there. So what I want to do also is put just a tad bit of hot glue right through here. Get another glue stick. So that's just going to add some security to it. And I'm going to take these pipe cleaners around the back. Well, I'm getting there. There. There we go. I'm going to turn this thing over. Just going to twist those together. Let's see. Move everything back up. Fluff. Okay. And I can move the ribbon down now a little bit. I want the ribbon, I'm trying to get the ribbon to just blend a little bit more with the whatchamacallit, the sign. There's a lot of fluffing all the time. All right, so this is what we've got so far. All right, so now what I want to do is add some more ribbon going down the bottom. And to do that, I'm just going to use some streamers. I want them to come just a hair bit longer than the bottom. So I can measure this out for you. So this is about 19 inches. I know, I think the striped ribbon looks really pretty with the pumpkin, and that was the ribbon that I started with. And that's where all of the color came from. Let's see. So after this, I think I'll be done with the ribbon. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and layer this out. I might put this one on last. All right, so I'm just going to pinch these together. You really could just twist it into the needle ties, but I'm going to go ahead and put a pick on the end because I need to shove it like up underneath the sign. You could also use a wood floral pick. Let's see. This is where I want to decide, okay, so how much do I want, hanging down? How far? I can roll these and curl these a little bit. Just use your fingers. That's one reason why I love the wired ribbon. All right, so I'm going to just trim these a little bit. so this is what we have so far. Now, when you're making something from you know, fresh, new, like, you know, I've not made this before, it's a lot of trial and error. You have to just, you know, play around with it and see if it's something that you like. Don't be afraid to take things apart. All right, so now that this is what we have, let's see. I'm going to go ahead and pull out some of the picks that we're going to be using. You could fill it with, you know, deco mesh. It doesn't have to be only ribbon, you know, mix it up. We've got, you know, the 10-inch deco mesh ruffles would look cute in this. I just looked over there and saw my mesh and I thought, I'm getting ready already for my next Wreath Making of the Month Club training video, which is going to be recorded this weekend, and it's going to be using some deco mesh, and I thought, deco mesh would look cute in this too. Alright, so let's see what we've got here. We've got some picks. I've got these spider picks that I really like. And of course, I've got my favorite, all-time favorite, glittered, I guess this is a fern. Is that a fern? It's like it's a heavily glittered fern. And then I've got some other picks. I wish I had another one of these because I love that. That looks really pretty with the orange and the purple. But don't worry, I've got other stuff. I've got this. I've got this. And what else do I have? I've got some of these other things. I love this. Isn't that really pretty? Now, some of these things are like old as the days. Like, I probably bought this 3 years ago. Isn't it funny? I just buy too much. I was on here on my Facebook page not too long ago, I want to say 2 days ago, talking about how you can minimize your stash by shopping, you know, not shopping so often, making sure you declutter every once in a while and organize. You'd be surprised when you take the time to organize. This pick came from Carolina Pottery. And it's got all these fun little things on the end of it. Alright, so I've got one of these. I'm just going to see how many I have. And then I've got another one. I'm taking off this one pick, this one little ball on it. I'm not loving it. It's a more of a emerald green instead of the lime green. Alright, so I'm just going to separate these just a little bit. I want to fluff the leaves. Always fluff your picks and stuff because, you know, they get mine when I store them. I put them in, you know, those clear containers, and you want to be able to fluff them up so that they look good. All right, so I've got that. I think I've got some, and I've also got some ornaments that I might put in. Well, these look cute, and I've got a couple of these. I'm not sure if I'm going to use them yet. Alright, so to do this, I'm just going to trim this short. Let's see if I can make room so you guys can see a little bit. And I'm just going to push this down until I like it. So once I figure out where I like it, I'm just going to put some hot glue. And that hot glue is going to catch on to all of those evergreen pine cones and pine whatever you call it. Yeah, my website is southerncharmwreaths.com. Thank you, Nick, for saying that. I've got more tutorials on my website. If you know, after the video, if you want to hop on over there to southerncharmwreaths.com and check out more tutorials. I've got a couple of Halloween and a lot of fall. Going to hold this in place. I'm just going to mix, I want to mix some of these strands into the bow just a little bit. So you can see this, so this is what we've got. You can see where I've added the picks up here at the top. Maybe. And now I'm going to turn this around so that I can see what I'm working with. I'm going to push this one up underneath here, close to the bow. Again, now I can spread these out just a little bit more. It's kind of hard to do this when I'm not holding it up. It's getting stuck on the table. And so I've got that. So we've got some coming out over here. Alright, and then what else do I have? It'd be nice if I had one more. So when you decorate for Halloween, do you use the lime green and the purple and the orange? It's so so much fun, isn't it, when you mix it up? Now I've also seen a lot of blue this year. I mean, don't be afraid to incorporate something, you know, completely different. Don't be afraid to be a trend setter. Doesn't have to be always orange and black. All right, so I'm always fluffing the ribbon. Let me see where I want these to go. If I even want them. I don't think I do want these. I mean, they look fun, but I don't think I'm going to be able to, I think they're a little bit too small. Maybe if I put them down just a tad bit more. Alright, so since I'm not sure if I'm going to use them yet, I'll just hold off. Hold off gluing them, and let me use some of these other things that I've got. Don't be afraid to take the picks apart. Alright, so I'm just going to start separating some of this stuff and then hot gluing them in. Again, I've just placed the ornaments in for right now because I'm not exactly sure if I'm going to use them. I'm just hot gluing these curly cues in that I just ripped out, ripped apart from the pick. I was saying, I'm not sure if you heard me, but don't be afraid. You know, take your picks apart, separate them. Guys, I'm almost done. I think I'm going to take this out. I'm going to use one more. Use one more of these. I think it's okay. I've got a question on asking if it's okay if the evergreen shows. I think it's okay. I mean, I think that it's totally okay. Now you could add more to it if you didn't want it to show. I'm just trying to keep the whimsical look of it. You could add, you know, mesh poofs if you wanted. And see how this is just really pretty. The green, it will go with the pumpkin or the jack-o'-lantern that we have. Let's see. Now that because I put something over here on this side, I'm going to put something on the opposite side. For me in my head, I just like balance. I don't know. There's no rule for that. I'm pretty sure there's no rule. But it's just, to me, makes sense in my head if I see a line sort of coming. Does that make sense? Connecting them. Put some of this up here at the top. I really love this glittered pick. I'm going to Sims Pottery next month, and that's where I stock up on this. I always get it for Christmas. You've got red and silver, but look, you can use it for all holidays. Okay, so I'm going to put them up here, and then so you can see just a tad bit better. Because sometimes I just have to hang things up so that I can see. So that I know where to position things. I think what I'm going to do now is move some of these ribbons over. Trying to figure out how to get more over there. Okay. And then I'm going to play around up here with this stuff. Right, so you can make this one. Let's roll this. We're going to roll this. So I hope that, you know, this little video inspires you to take, you know, to do something fun and whimsical. I think I'm going to cut this one too. All right, you guys, I'm going to just step back real quick and see. Oh my gosh, I think that's adorable. All right, so this is it, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I'll come back on here and take some photos. You know, I'll put it up on the white background because I know it's a little hard to see with everything going on behind it that you might not be able to see it up close. Well, maybe if I put it on here on the mat. So remember, if you're interested in more tutorials, go to my website, southerncharmwreaths.com. And if you're interested in learning the art of wreath making, learning how to make, you know, swags and wreaths and stuff like that, you know, join me in my Wreath Making of the Month Club. I'll be going in there live tomorrow night with a tutorial. I haven't quite decided yet on if I'm going to do a college wreath or there was something else I thought about doing, so I'll probably, or a fall, something fall. So if you're interested in joining me in my Wreath Making of the Month Club, join tonight so you'll get all of August training, and then you'll also get all of September's training. So you'll get double the whammy. Yay, thank you so much. You can see that I'm trying to hold it up so you guys can see. It's just very fun and whimsical. You can see it's on a Christmas evergreen base, but you really can't tell when it's hanging on your door that that's a Christmas evergreen wreath, you know, evergreen swag. So here's the back, and I'll probably go through and put some hot glue, some leaves, silk flower leaves, right here to cover up the mechanics. But I think it turned out really cute. Don't be afraid to try new things. And again, don't be, you know, feel free to take them apart if you need to. And let me know, comment and tell me, are you going to try this tutorial? I really hope you do. I hope you try the tutorial. Make sure you subscribe to notifications. After the video is over, it'll ask you to subscribe. Subscribe to notifications so you'll be notified the next time I do Facebook Live. I usually come on here Thursday nights, 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. I want to give a big shout out to everyone who shared the video for me. That's awesome. Thank you so much for sharing it on your business page or in a group or on your personal profile. I just really want to tell you how much I appreciate that. I hope that you guys are inspired by my videos. I know that you're a blessing to me, and I hope I'm a blessing to you. You guys have a very blessed afternoon.